No, the line is very definite where banter and like you're completely disrespecting someone else's practice.
Water, earth, fire, air. Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar, master of all four elements, could stop them. But when the world needed him most, he vanished.
Hi guys, and welcome to me talking about whatever I want. So today we'll be dissecting the Chakra. The term Chakra was coined on African Twitter, so you won't find it on like Urban Dictionary or other international platforms. This word is used to describe any feminine aesthetic that's into like yoga, Reiki, astrology, crystals, for example. And it's kind of, how can I say, it's a very blanket statement. Because if you say words like universe in your diction, like it's comfortably there, you sprinkle around like parsley, then you're also a Chakra. And apparently if you listen to like certain artists, they always talk about this one lady. And I don't know her name. No, I know her name, I can't say it. Her name is Janae Aiko. If you listen to Janae Aiko, apparently you're a Chakra. I once saw her do a video like using Tibetan singing bowls, whatever, in her like music. I haven't heard it, but like I heard she used it. So makes sense. And like if you don't consider yourself a Chakra, right, and you say words like, I think I'll pass the line, or I just feel like the universe is speaking to me. If you say these things, but you don't consider yourself a Chakra, you are susceptible to unknowingly being called as a Chakra. So like, it's not really your choice whether you're one or not. It's kind of how you conduct yourself knowingly and unknowingly. Am I a Chakra? I would also like to make it clear that Chakrahans do not need a defender. Most Chakrahans, I actually hate that word so much, but anyways, that is not the point of this discussion. Most Chakrahans, like, they don't really require a defender, because by the time they've come across like any negative comments or some sideways response, they have taken that negative energy, they have channeled that energy and used it for something else, creativity, or like positively transmuted it, or like they have already aligned and centered themselves and they're completely ignoring you. I'm saying it because I personally would like to say that I don't mind the Chakra banter. Like, I find it hilarious. I enjoy, the Mercury and microbrains and a jade. I don't even mind the fact that Chakrahans have been labeled as toxic. Like, I don't. I'm not fighting it because it's taking its natural course. Anything that has been attached to a feminine aesthetic always has some negative connotation attached to it. The basics. The basics were created when, feminine bodies started wearing those shoes with like the 3 stripes. If I figure out how I might put it here, and wear jeans, or it's Vans and jeans and a white tee, and you understand the concept. She goes to typo, the girlie I'm talking about, and they called her basic. Firstly, it's so wrong to call someone basic. Like, what? That's not okay. But other than that, this was used to describe this woman and then call her boring. So the negative, side of this is that's aesthetic. That means you're boring. And then came the slay queen and the baddie when that one rolled out. And this is a woman who has like a wig, or like has makeup, and she dresses in a certain way. But over the years, I enjoy this. Over the years, the term baddie has been refined. You can't just be a baddie by putting on the wig and the makeup. Now, there's levels to it, and I respect that because I feel like the levels are impeccable. But the negative side of being called a baddie was that you're like disloyal, you are promiscuous, your moral compass is like not straight according to, you know, those standards. And now we have the Chakra Huns. The Chakra Huns are toxic, apparently. So I'm really not mad at being called toxic because it's just taking its natural feminine course in the patriarchy. Actually, I am slightly bothered by one thing. It was that situation where they equated Jada Pinkett Smith to Future. If you don't know what's happening, Jada Pinkett Smith has been delegated as a Chakra Hun, or apparently an elite one, if there were any. And it was a whole situation that involved her with Will Smith and August, whatever, and I am not taking away from her predatory behavior. Absolutely not. That is not what I am discussing right now. I fully acknowledge and I am disgusted by the entire situation. What I am speaking about in isolation is how Will is seen as a victim and Jada is his manipulator. You know what I'm saying? And because of that situation in isolation, not her and August, no, that is its own different beast. Because of that situation, she has been equated to Future. Future with 7 kids from 7 different women, who is currently on the brink of an 8th after a confirmed DNA test. Future, whose child support costs more than rent in Cape Town. Because of that situation with Will Smith, she has been equated to Future. I'm done. And usually these claims of toxicity are surrounding men and things that, you know, Chakra Huns have done to men. And I am in no way like saying Chakra Huns are perfect. No, within the community, the spiritual community itself, there is so much we have to unpack. There is so much that we have to discuss, toxic positivity, and there are different situations. But I'm not talking about people within the spiritual community, not them. I'm talking about the people that are outside looking within. I'm gonna give you this example. So this guy was, you know, talking about how he saw this girl for 2 consecutive evenings in his dream, and this girl so happened to be like a Chakra Hun. I don't know what she was into, but you know, things like that. And he's like, no, she probably did something to make sure that she's in my dreams, right? Fine. Let's hypothetically say that we have figured out a way to enter into your subconscious while we're sleeping. Let's hypothetically say that we have found a way to do this, right? So we have the superpower, and instead of entering into Beyonce's, you know, the US government, the Russian government, Elon Musk's dreams, no, stuff them. We're going to use a superpower to enter into Tabo's dreams and find Tabo's fire playlist and then make Tabo like us. I am insulted by how it's so centered around something like so stupid. Like we would take it and do something so stupid with it. In terms of toxicity from outside people, it's usually centered around men. And all I'd like to say is, could men or male bodies decenter themselves from women's activities? Because truly, I do not charge my crystals on a full moon to put them under Tebo's sink. I'm just gonna say that, you know what do you understand what I'm trying to say? If I had these superpowers, if I had found a way to do something, I am most definitely not going to use it to disturb your life. Why would you not think I would use it to amplify mine? Now let me tell you what my real problem is. It's become normal to kind of banter about Chakra Hun activities, and I don't mind it. My problem comes when someone is actively enjoying an activity and pursuing it. Like if you see someone on the TL enjoying Reiki, or if you see, you know what Reiki is. If you know what Reiki is. If you see someone on the TL just positively enjoying an activity and you feel the sudden urge to come and just reiterate how nonsensical what they're doing is, or how crazy it is, and what they're doing has no harm, and what they're doing is for their personal benefit, then that's when I feel like you should take a couple of steps back and be like, okay, no, this one isn't that funny, this one isn't a joke. All I'm saying is that there comes a point where it's no longer humor anymore because someone is actually showing a certain type of faith, or something they're actively enjoying. Is I understand where the boundary and the line is. I think that's what I think, like, unlike just find the line of sensitivity, or the line is not even that hard. Like, some of those moments where it's like blurred. No, the line is very definite where banter and like you're completely disrespecting someone else's practice. Okay, almost all of my friends personally would fall under the banner of Chakra Hun, either for being into like something like astrology, or for like just the diction that they use, because it's very common amongst us, or like majority of my friends and throughout my entire life. And all I have to say about these people is that the majority of them are just such great people. They're really advocating for like world peace and for alignment for themselves and their family, and they're spreading love to every second person that they meet, and they are teaching healing everywhere that they go. These people are like, if you meet one who like is actually one, I have a personal one that I personally, she's like, if I don't like the word Chakra Hun, I don't like it, I'm just using it to describe something. I really don't like the word, it just sounds funny, and it's like slightly demeaning. But like, she is so loving and so open and so kind. She has plants that smell like lavender, and they're scented, and everywhere she goes, she's bright and ready to tackle the world with like optimism and ease. I'm just saying, like, the majority of them have all been my friends, and I advocate for them because I think they're all dope. But I know this video is not going to change your perspective on anything. It's not going to change your life. It's just me on the internet. So thank you so much for watching and for tuning in. Hopefully this happens next week. Goodbye.